All right, we are on desktop QuickBooks 7.1, and you should have opened the portable file or the AYS Chapter 7 QBW file, the working company file. It wants us to open up a preference window and set the preference to collect sales tax. So to do so, you're going to go to Edit up here on the top. You're going to go to Preferences. And on the side over here, you will see sales tax. There it is. So click on that, and we're going to go to your company preferences. Okay. So if your company charges sales tax, we got to hit yes on that. And then it says we need to set up a new sales tax item and setting it as the most common sales tax item. So it's this guy here, that little button there, sales tax item. The sales tax name, I'm going to copy because I don't trust myself to type it. Let me see, I'm going to tab to it. There we go. And in description, you'll notice it pops right in there. The tax rate on this is 10%. And then the tax agency that it tells us is the King County Treasurer. And it is not in this file already. So if you were looking for it, it is not there. You can click on this, you see all these vendors. But the King County Treasurer is not there unless you put it in there before and you're looking at it again. So anyway, we got it right there. And we're going to do the quick add. King County Treasurer, we got it in there now. And we can say okay. All right, so that is done. Now the next piece it says, after we set up that sales tax item, you should be on number 5, and it says choose to make all existing customers taxable, but not all existing non-inventory and inventory parts. So for the taxable piece there, all we've got to do is go to sales and customers, and it's going to pop up this guy that says save changes, and we're going to say yes, we're saving those changes. And here is that thing that it's saying, do you want to make it all existing customers taxable? Yes, we do. This next one is all existing non-inventory and inventory parts taxable. No, we don't on that one. Okay, so make sure you see that and click off on that. And it's doing it right now. It's saying it's got to close the open windows. We're going to let it do that. Okay, so once it's done that, we're going to open the preferences window and turn on the inventory and purchase order feature and set the company to use account numbers. Okay, so on that, we're just going to say okay on this. Now we've got to go back in there. Let's go to preferences, and in that, let's see, what is this? Inventory and purchase orders. Okay, for this guy, we're going to go to items and inventory, company preferences, and we're going to say inventory and purchase orders are active, I believe. Let me see. Yeah. So now let's look for the other piece on there. And we're going to say okay on that. The numbers, so what you're going to notice here is when we do that, in the chart of accounts, we want the numbers in there, okay? We did not set it up with numbers, so let's make that happen real quick here. So we got to go into our preferences, and specifically on that, I believe it's under accounting. Company preferences, use account numbers, okay? That should get us going on that. And then we can say okay. Now all of a sudden, so I opened up the chart of accounts so I could show you this. It's not showing all of it, but there we go. Resized it. So now you can see there are account numbers in there. So some of these don't have numbers, so we've got to assign some numbers to them, and we can change these if you want. But generally, these are grouped in groupings by assets, liabilities, owner's equity, and so on. So the numbers are along those lines. So if you're looking at assets, they're all the 1000s or 10,000s, 10,000s. There you go. So on this one, it just says we need to go to inventory. Oh, we got to create a new income account named inventory sales, and it's 4,500. So in there, let's go ahead and create a new one. So account, we're going to say new, or we could hit Control N. It's income account, right? So click on that little radio button. We're going to say okay. And this account name is inventory, not all caps, not that angry. Inventory, inventory sales. Sorry, it's really small on my computer. There we go. And it's the number is up here. So that's 4,500, 45,000, 45,000. There we go. That's more better. All right. So save and close. Here it is. It's in there. So it's we got that. Now we need account numbers to the accounts that are listed on there. The money market account. I'm going to make this easy. We're just going to look up money. There's money market. I double click it. Actually, I'm not going to double click it. Just kidding. I'm going to right click it and edit it. Now we're going to set up the number. What is the money market? 10,800. Goodness, I'm just clicking save and close. It takes forever to tab down there. So that's all groovy. Let me reset this. So money market is right there. That's the one we just changed. Amex has to be fixed too. I'm going to go to edit the account. That was a right click, by the way. And it just pops up and automatically my cursor is right where the number needs to go. So you can slap that in there really quick, 21,000. And save and close. There we go. Amex is done. Okay, so now it says create these inventory part items. This is number 9. Using 50,000 cost of goods sold as the cost of goods sold account. Okay, so inventory items. What I'm going to do is just go to the home tab. And I'm going to go to the company file. I'm going to go under items and services. So you can see a whole bunch of them in there. So to add these, all you've got to do is add them individually. I'll do the first one and then you can do the other ones. I'm just going to do the first one. I'll pause it and then skip them, but I can show you just so it doesn't take forever. But we need to do a new one. So item at the bottom, and you're going to select new. And this is an inventory part. That's what we're talking about here. Wish I could see my screen really well. So the let's see, my tab over there, item name or number. The item name in this case is the toothbrush. Toothbrush. There we go. Sub item of I don't think it's a sub item. There we go. Manufacturer's part number. Did they give us that? No, they did not. So you got a whole bunch of stuff that we could put in here. Cost. There we go. So it costs us $249. And the more you can put this stuff in, this is a cost of goods sold account. So when you know what the cost is, this should kind of tell you as you're selling these things what your profitability is on these items. So that's why we want that. The preferred vendor, this will help you make it to reorder. So Seattle Vet Supply. So if you start typing, it will come up with whatever you're looking for easier. On this one, the sales price, we're looking at $14.99. And the tax code, it's going to be a taxable item. Income account, 45,000. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so inventory sales. And we want our reorder point. Why is there a reorder point? Well, the good thing about this is once your inventory gets to a certain level, it will remind you you're almost out of these. You need to order more. So QuickBooks is really, really a great program. It's kind of like a point of sale in itself, but it will help you stay stocked and not get stocked out of stuff because that would not be good. Now we can say, okay, I should have said okay and new. So anyway, for the next one, you do the same thing. You're going to put in the new item, inventory part, and go to town. So I'm going to pause it. I'm going to put in these next ones, and then we'll start with number 10 and running the item listing report. So hold on. Okay, by the way, before I kill the motor on these and jump off of this, real quick on the toothbrush, I forgot something. Actually, we got the chew toy right here. We're gonna fix it on here. The description that's gonna print out as you sell these things, you need to make sure you put it in here under description on purchase transactions. Excuse me. And you'll notice it lands in the other part. So when you're printing up a receipt for somebody, that's what they're going to see, the purchase and the sales information. In this case, we want it to be the same. And also, this is kind of cool. You see the cost and the sales price. The markup on this stuff is unreal. So that's pretty solid. So we got chew toy now, and you should see great indestructible ball in this description column here. We also did the cat collar designer cat collar. There we go. And it's got this other part in there. So we're good on that. And then we've got the toothbrush. There we go. So this is the other one. I double clicked it. Here we go. I'm going to go in here to the description on that. Dog has some doggy halitosis. There you go. You got that. We got that set. Now we got okay. Now we got the toothbrush in there. So anyway, there's those three. Now we're going to run the item listing report for detailed information about each item. So to do the report, click on report, item listing. There we go. So here is the item listing report. And what we want to do is export this puppy. Let me copy the name of it, Chapter 7A1, new item listing. Okay, so we're going to Excel, create the new worksheet. And as usual, we're just going to go with the standard. What it does, it just creates it in a new workbook. And once this pops up, we are going to save it to our Delio. Let's no. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so it popped at the bottom of my screen. So in here, let me go to File. We're going to say Save As. I'm going to go to my H drive where you should be saving your stuff on your H drive. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Mi trabajo. That's what mine's called. Oh, buggers. There we go. Gotta name it what it's named. There we go. And save it. D macro. Yes, that's good. Okay. And we're done. So that's it. So now we're going to move on to A2.